Hi, I'm Thomas.
And I'm Sheena, and we're chasing a plate. Today we're in Kampung Baru, the Malay area in the heart of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. And we're off to try some traditional Malay dishes. We're super excited. Let's eat. We're trying two Malay breakfast dishes this morning, Nasi dagang and Nasi kerabu. Both are from the eastern states of Malaysia, and we're super excited because we've never had these before. A little bit confusing as to how it worked. We simply asked for those two dishes, and then there was just so many pots and dishes of curries and salads to choose from, so we just loaded up our plates with what we wanted. So I've got the Nasi dagang in front of me. The rice is not just white rice, there are some different coloured grains, and there's some, I think maybe shallots, and I think some coconut. It smells really fragrant. I've gone with a fish curry, so a huge chunk of what looks like maybe tuna, and then a bean sprout and maybe toasted coconut salad, and half a salted egg. I think it's salted, the yolk is quite rich and golden. Thomas went for the Nasi kerabu, which has this amazing, vibrant looking blue rice and a plethora of fresh vegetables on top. It looks so appealing, but let's try this Nasi dagang and see how it goes. I've loaded up heaps of that beautiful curry sauce from the fish curry, and it's just smothered the rice. It looks real good. I'm just going to give the rice a go by itself because it looks packed with lots of treats. The rice is really creamy, but it's not stodgy. There's crunch from the shallots. It's really got great texture because the grains are quite separate, and with that hint of the curry sauce, wow, I could totally just eat a plate of the rice all by itself. But I'm going to try it with this fish curry. Such a massive piece of fish. It really does look like tuna. It's pretty meaty. Just gonna get that in my gob. Definitely tuna. Very, very meaty. And a great flavour. It's not overly strong in fishiness. That is super satisfying.
So like Sheena said, I've ordered the Nasi kerabu, which is a dish I've hardly ever seen, let alone had. And wow, does it look impressive with all these vegetables on top. It's got a ton of chilli for colour. There's red cabbage, green cabbage. There's some sort of powdery stuff underneath, not even sure what that is. I've ordered a curry that looks like it's maybe beef. It's bright red, covered in chilies. And then this thing, we're gonna have to eat that to find out what the heck it is. So this was all from the buffet up the front, and we just grabbed what we wanted. Weren't really sure if we were doing it right, like Sheena said, so let us know in the comments below. Have we got this right? Are we on the right track? Because we want to know if we're doing things wrong. And look at this blue rice, it's so pretty. It's blue because of the petals from the butterfly pea, which I don't know if that means it tastes different or if it just looks pretty. I'm just going to try some rice, just by itself. It's got a little bit of the sauce from the curry on it. It just tastes like rice. And that sauce is a little bit spicy, but yeah, I don't think it adds flavour. It just makes it very, very pretty. I'm going to dive in and see if this curry is actually beef. Sure feels like it. Oh. Oh my god. It's not actually that spicy. It's got a really good kick, quite a fiery kick, but it's not blow your socks off. It is beef, the most tender beef. Oh my gosh. That is an incredible dish. I'm glad that I took a really big spoon of that when we were up the front, because that is incredible. Gosh, it's tender. Even with talking and eating at the same time, I've just been able to chew that and swallow it without any hassle, which sometimes can be an issue when we're on camera because it kind of gets stuck in your mouth and but that was so easy. This is so brilliant. I'm going to switch back to Sheena because she's got more fun stuff on her plate, and then next we'll try this when I return.
I'm going to try a bit of the salad. It looks like it's got beans and some bean sprouts, toasted coconut I think, and then there's some other leaves in there. Let me know what this is called in the comments below, and also what's in it. That would be great. I'm going to add some more of that rice, which I think has been steamed in coconut milk because it tastes a bit like nasi lemak rice. That salad is quite sweet and it's crunchy. It reminds me of some of the salads that we ate when we were in Indonesia, in Bali. I don't know whether it's the same sort of thing, but far out. That really works well with that rice, adding that punch of sweetness. I'm going to try this egg. I think that might be salted, but let's eat it and find out. I'm going to add a little bit of that sweet salad as well. Salted egg, that yolk is very salty, but it really balances out that sweet salad. Absolutely amazing. Love the lightness of all the ingredients. The fish just pulls apart from the bone with so much ease. I'm going to be finishing this whole plate.
I realised I didn't really say what the beef tasted like before because I was so in awe of how good it tasted. So it's quite sweet. Sheena actually tried some and she said it's like a chili jam on the outside, and she is so correct because it is quite thick, that sauce, and it's got a real sweetness, and then that tender beef which is so flavoursome underneath. That is a winner of a dish. Wow. But like I said, I gotta try this ball thing. Let's see, let's break it up and see if we can figure it out. Okay, it's quite a mystery still. It looks like maybe potato, but there's definitely some other stuff in here like eggplant or something. I guess we've just got to eat it. Okay, sorry if this offends anyone. It tastes like potato and gravy from KFC. It's quite peppery, and it's potato. There's definitely other stuff. I think some onions and things like that. Oh my god. Just like potato and gravy when you dip your chips in it. I know that's a terrible example to give on a food thing, but it's what's gone bing in my head. Wow, that is amazing. I've got all these vegetables too, so I'm going to just have to mix some up, give it a go with the rice. We've got sprouts, carrots, cabbage. Oh, that's so fresh. I talked about this powdery stuff that was on my dish before, and I can taste it now. It's coconut, some sort of toasted coconut. The chili, great kick. Just like Sheena, I'm loving this dish, and there's no way there's going to be a scrap left on my plate. Drinks are always a big thing in Malaysia, as we've talked about in other videos, and today I'm having a teh tarik. Oh, it is so sweet and amazing, and so fluffy tasting in the mouth. So teh tarik, if you don't know, is just like basic tea with milk, but they stretch it or pull it. So they have two jugs, and they pour the tea into one, but as they pour, they stretch it out, and then they go back the other way, and back the other way. So it creates this real aerated fluffiness to the tea. It has got a ton of sugar in it. This one's hot. You can get it poured over ice, so cold. It is such a great drink in this heat. So all that sugar, your body loves it. The fluffiness of the tea, great. And who doesn't love a good old cuppa done in a special way?
I'm washing my nasi dagang down with a teh limau. So it's just black tea, and then I've got it with ice, and it's got citrus in it. So limau just means citrus in general, and usually it comes with these tiny, I think they're called Chunburi limes. They're very juicy, quite sour, and so refreshing in this heat. What's really cool about this restaurant, which is called Chunburi Seafood, is that there is a quay stall adjoined, and there is just a massive selection of Malaysian sweets and snacks. We're super full, but we just could not leave without sampling some of this delicious looking quay. So I've chosen two things. The first is this bright pink concoction, which seems to be covered in coconut. I got this because it reminded me of a lamington. A lamington is a cake that you can buy in the bakeries back home in New Zealand. It's a sponge cake that's dipped in raspberry or chocolate icing and then covered in coconut, and I absolutely love it. So it reminded me of that, so I ordered that. And this gorgeous looking thing, I'm not sure what it is, but it's wrapped in, I think, a banana leaf, green and purple, and it looks quite sticky. We'll eat it and find out. I'm going to start with the Lamington quay, that's what I'm going to call it. But let me know the real name. It's really jelly-like. Ooh, I think it's sago. It's pink sago, covered in coconut, not overly sweet, that beautiful sort of jelly texture. It's really good. Now for this one, it looks so beautiful. I'm always excited and drawn to the desserts which have a bright green colour, because it usually means that there's some sort of pandan flavouring, and I love pandan. Have you never had pandan? A lot of the sweets in Asia are flavoured with it. It's a plant, and it just imparts this beautiful fragrance. It's sort of like vanilla, but tropical. Let's try this. Super sticky. There's some sort of glutinous rice dumpling. So it really is just the purple and the green. Very sticky. And I can see some sort of something else in here. I think maybe it might be palm sugar or something. I think palm sugar. But let us know what this quay is and what its name is. We'd love to know.
What a meal! Unbelievably good. Remember, as always, details below about where we ate.
That was one of my favourite meals that we've had in Kuala Lumpur so far. We're here for 2 months, so we would love any suggestions on where to eat. We'd love to hear where your favourite food spots are so that we can visit them too. We hope we've inspired you to eat and explore like a traveller, not a tourist. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and we'll see you next time. Selamat tinggal!
Selamat tinggal!
Goes aside from my soul.